Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for attending. My name is Mena Habib, Managing Director of Power Minerals, and alongside me today is our technical guru, Stephen Cooper.
Give him.
So you might be thinking, what is Power Minerals about? So Power Minerals is a leading development company in South America, and I do want to emphasize the word development.
Yeah,
we have 3 joint ventures in place, and we'll be moving through that development stage in the next 12 to 18 months, and I'll go through that shortly. Yep, perfect. It's on the screen over there. Anyway, while we're waiting for that, there's 3 important factors that you want to consider when making an investment and listening to these talks. The first thing that I would look at is the capital structure. The second thing, the board of management. And the third being the portfolio. So I think Power Minerals ticks those 3. And we're going to talk to them one by one. The first being the capital structure. So 110 million shares on issue. So it's nice and tight. Top 20, roughly 40%. We've got 3 strategic investors. So we've got a Chinese group, Fuyang Mingjin, which came in at 40 cents for 2.6 million. We've got Summit, which are a direct lithium extraction company out of Canada, and they came in at 2 million at 50 cents. So we're currently trading at 10 cents. And then we've got a number of supportive shareholders. So that's the first most important factor. The second, the board of management. So we'll talk through that. Besides being handsome, we've got a really diverse skill set in terms of the board. So we've got our chairman and geologist in Perth, Stephen Cooper. We've got a very strong leadership and technical team, which play a critical role in helping us progress the company. But I think the theme here and the most important thing that we want to focus about is that we are transitioning into a developer. We've got projects in Brazil and Argentina, but really focus on the development theme. So as I mentioned, we've got a tantalum and niobium project in Brazil, which we acquired recently. Some excellent grades and samples, which Stephen Cooper will talk you through. And then we've got 3 joint ventures which are moving towards development into production. So we're hopefully going to be producing in the next 24 months. And we'll talk about that because those joint ventures come with funding, which means no dilution for our shareholders. So when you look at the company, what we've achieved, sitting at 11 mil market cap, it definitely presents an opportunity whether you're an investor. So be sure to tune in. I'm going to hand it over to Stephen and I'll take over to talk about the lithium.
As you can see, we've recently acquired a project in Brazil. Very exciting because it's very hard to get ground there at the moment. And it's for niobium and tantalum. This project here, we've already started sampling. We've actually confirmed with our concentrates we do have niobium and tantalum. Really good, excellent grades. We've also got a lot of artesian workings, which gives us a focus on where we can look at the previous exploration that's been done. That's not modern exploration, this is just local workers. From our concentrates, we can show that we have high niobium pegmatites as well as high tantalum pegmatites. We've got a range of populations, and it's really good. We can provide a concentrate to suit any offtake partner. The mineralogy is good. These are pegmatites. We've done a lot of work on mapping. We've actually got more targets than we can handle for the moment, so we are continuing with the concentrate sampling to try to rank the targets. We've recently acquired a Tantalo project to the south of there. Again, we haven't started sampling there, but we know that the artesian workers have been getting material out. There's some serious underground workings. These are just local part-time workers. On the main project, we've actually also flown a LiDAR survey. That's picked out a whole pile of new targets for pegmatites. It also picked out more of these artesian workings, and one by one we're going to have to start sampling them. But the main focus is that we do have tantalum and we do have niobium in our confirmed samples. And it's now a matter of getting a ranking on which ones we go to the next stage on.
Yeah, so we're keen to get on the ground and drill those. Obviously, it's nice to have a high-grade concentrate, but we need to see what's in the ground, how deep we can go, prove up a resource. You'll see that from our lithium connections, we're well connected with a number of Chinese companies. So obviously showing them the tantalum and niobium, there's a lot of interest there. But this is the money slide. So you look at there's 4 projects, 3 of which have joint ventures with funding. So the first one being Rincon. So we're next door to Rio Tinto. They spent 900 million US on that. We've got our Australian neighbours, Argosy, sitting around 70 mil market cap to the right. We do have a 300,000 tonne resource. We recently signed a deal with Rep Energy, so a group out of China and Singapore. So they've putting in 5 million US and they're earning 59% of that project. But the most important factor is they're bringing the capital to fund that to production. So we're the exploration team on site, working out the permits and making sure that we can move through the legals and develop, but the funding and the support is there. So that's Rincon. You move across to Inkawasi, next door to Ganfeng Lithium. You have a resource, so exploration's done, pumping wells done, beautiful flow. We've got a joint venture with Summit Nanotech, a direct lithium company out of Canada. They're putting in 3 million US. We're halfway through the PFS. Post PFS, if we move into the BFS, they need to then make a decision if they want to fund a plant, which will cost roughly 20 million, and that's on them. So once again, it sees us in a non-dilutive manner move towards development. Then you move across to Pula. We've recently signed a joint venture with a Chinese group, Hengli Technology. That comes with 100% offtake from them. They're going to be earning 75%. So we'll freehold 25% all the way through to production. So I think it's a brilliant business strategy for us because you're not blessed with a massive resource, but you've aligned with partners that bring in the funding and allow you to develop in a tough market. So while lithium is tough at the moment, we're still moving because these guys are providing us with the funding. So if I wanted to summarize, I've still got 3 minutes. Oh, I've got plenty of time. Yeah, for sure. So that's the Rincon. So 300,000 tons. Argosy sitting around double that. We can put more holes, but we just want to move now and start putting in a pilot plant and moving it towards development. As I mentioned, Summit Nanotech, they've got roughly 100 employees. We're their core project. So obviously they're trying to show the world that their technology works. They're sustainable lithium producer. So very ESG focused and great partners. And then we move to Hengli. So Hengli, a listed company in China. So in terms of funding, and they've got 100% of the offtake. So if I wanted to summarize Power Minerals, you're looking at 11 million market cap. You got 3 projects that the funding is over 11 million just to begin with. And they bring in the rest of the funding. Once again, they're small, nimble projects. So in terms of moving to development, it's going to be much easier. We're on salars where our peers are moving towards production, like Argosy. So Argosy's got their plant up and running. So local communities, local authorities, all very supportive. So I think we're in a really good position to make the most of the lithium as it starts to turn. But in parallel, we've got niobium and tantalum in Brazil, and we're very aggressive in terms of our M&A. So keep watching. So it's a really good opportunity. Ticks the 3 boxes which I mentioned before: capital structure, border management, and a great portfolio and a brilliant strategy which is non-dilutive to our shareholders. So thanks for your time, and make sure you come say hello.